your mask and social distancing. It's appreciated.
So let's take a deep breath in. And let's just relax. And in this time of meditation, I invite you to still your mind, quiet your heart, and open your spirit to the truth within. So let's take another deep breath in, and let's hold it for a few seconds. And breathe it out slowly. And as you continue to breathe, with each breath, your body becomes more relaxed, and your mind becomes clearer and more focused. Your mind is renewed, and you are transformed. You claim your divine identity and acknowledge your oneness with God. All that God is, you are. Perfect peace fills your heart as you rest in this truth. Limiting thoughts, though familiar and perhaps even comforting, they no longer have power over you. Distracting energies and negative thoughts, they no longer have power. You turn your attention away from those thoughts, and you focus on potential and unlimited possibilities as you embrace your inner work and inner change. You are transformed. You are a spiritual being with great power and great possibility. And let's take a deep breath in and feel that change. You have courage and confidence as you step into a new way of thinking and a new way of being. Divine wisdom and power and order are made real as you choose your thoughts, your words, your actions, bringing forth only good. So with that feeling of good that's all around you and that's becoming a part of you, let's take this moment to go into the silence and feel that feeling of good. So now, as you come back into the room, into this present moment, You are transformed. Your mind is renewed, and you live the highest truth of perfect, harmonizing, unifying love for yourself and others and friends and family and the people that you meet. You let this unifying love, this sacred truth take hold deep within as your spirit gently brings you to this inner change and affirm your transformation and your divine identity. Namaste.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Monique just made it the most beautiful start. She is powerful. Thank you, Monique. There is only one of us. In your eyes, it's me I see.
as we move into this time of prayer, I ask that you allow my first person use of the word I to be your prayer, as there is only one of us. For God is all there is. God is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. God is the planets in their revolutions around our earth. God is nature coming into its own here as spring is just around the corner. God is the breath in my body, the beating of my heart. God is everything in between. For as God is, I am. I am God's expression of love as I stand here. I am kind words. I am a comforting touch. And as I am, you are. For there is no separation between me, between you, and our Creator. And I affirm right here that all is well. Anything in my experience that creates disease, discomfort, discord is of the human mind and human construct. And I turn from that and remember my spiritual truth. For I have an immune system that works with the perfection of the divine, knowing that I am well and operating optimally in each and every moment. I remember my spiritual truth that I am financially secure, that I am more than a paycheck and a savings account, for my source is God, and that source is unlimited and in full expression in my life, as all my needs are met with enough to spare and enough to share. And I also affirm that those in my life, the people around me, are loving, kind individuals who see me as God in expression, who love me as I am and support me and see my highest and best good being served in each and every moment. That is my spiritual truth, as it is yours. I am grateful for this knowledge, grateful for this knowing, grateful for this expression. And as I release my word into the action of the law, I know as it is spoken, it is already manifest in full form. I let go, and I allow God full sway in my life. Please join me in saying, and so it is.
Oh, Marcia, thank you. So beautiful. You are God in expression. You just showed that. If it's okay that I say that, I recognize that. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'm ready to sing a little bit. I got a stretchy skirt. Oh, those aren't the words. Oh, I am blessed. I am blessed. You know it, yes. Every day of my life, I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning, oh, lay my head to rest. I am blessed. You know it. I am
Bell, co-senior minister here at Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, along with my sister and my reflection, Reverend Stacey Hilton. And Marsha,
Lucky you.
I know. Marsha, thank you for being my reflection. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Also. While you're standing, if it's comfortable for you, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. We're still not hugging, even though we're on an anniversary of,
We're getting close though. We're
we're getting close. We're on anniversaries here. However, we're not hugging, but give yourselves a hug. I think it feels good myself. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. If you're here for the first time or the second time or the third time and you haven't signed our guest book, there's Clem sanitized pens out there and a guest book and everything. And I always like to say, wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're always welcomed here. I would also like to thank Chris Knoll for and everyone that donated for the Hearts Alive pet food. I mean, we had a ton of stuff again in memory of my beloved Frazier, my sweet boy Frazier. It was good to see and support them as they support folks that are low income, and so they can keep their pets with them, especially during this time. Anything you want to say, Rev?
We love you. This is it's Roniversary. Happy Roniversary. We celebrate all of it because we come through it and we've grown through it. So happy Roniversary, everybody. I cannot tell you how much it means that you were here. I remember that day when we walked in and there was nobody here, and it was just your heart just kind of sank. And we're back.
Yeah,
we're back.
feeling it.
We love you. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for those here and those at home. We love you both.
You are so right. I remember those early days, but I don't stick there. I don't stay there, that's for sure.
You're awesome.
Because we are going to move ahead. We're a year ahead of this junk.
Yes.
On the bigger and better. So, thank you for that. This one's for you. Children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Just give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. Yeah, to me, I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to the lonely place, just find your strength in love.
I was singing that right to my girl, Taya. Oh, my goodness. Patty, I was feeling and getting chills because I have a feeling that today that song meant something different to you.
So did, yeah.
And I won't tell any secrets.
No, we don't. Or you can, I don't know.
Okay, oh well. I'm obviously not a good stagehand. But our opening meditation was given by practitioner in training Monique McCoy. And I know last week I spoke about our visioning queen, Juanita McCoy. And what Stacy and I used to say in ministerial class, we would always say God is a crack up, because it was scheduled that Juanita would do a power talk today a few months ago. And it just so happened the week before I talked about the Queen of Visioning, and you get to hear from her this morning.
All right.
Good morning. I'm so excited to talk to you this morning about a spiritual practice called visioning. Visioning. Everybody seems to be talking about visioning. Our global theme for the month of March is focused on visioning. But you really can't talk about visioning until you talk about Michael Beckwith. And I'm sure all of you are familiar with Michael Beckwith. Michael Beckwith is the founder and spiritual director of Agape International Spiritual Center. And Michael Beckwith was led to gather a team of like-minded people, friends, colleagues, clients, to join him in his living room to vision. And out of these visioning sessions, Agape was born. So in November 1986 is when Agape had its first Sunday service. Now, I'm sure that when Michael Beckwith began this process, he had no idea what Spirit's plan was for him. The idea that he was about to give birth to an international spiritual center was beyond his wildest dreams. A trans-denominational movement and a community of approximately 9,000 local members. This is how powerful the spiritual practice of visioning can be. Now, I want to talk to you about visualization because sometimes people get visualization confused with visioning, and they're two different things. So here's the difference. Visualization, it's a wonderful tool. When we visualize, we mentally see the things that we wish to have, and we use our amazing mind, our creativity, and our imagination. And we set a goal for what we want before we start the process of visualization. And we use our mind to see a picture of what we want to see or visualize coming true. I remember how thrilled I was when I discovered visualization. This was back in the early 80s. And I discovered Shakti Gawain. And Shakti Gawain had written a book called Creative Visualization. I don't know if any of you remember that book, but it was a wonderful book. And I love that book. I love Shakti Gawain. I bought all of her books and I bought all of her tapes. And one day, I was living in New York at the time. One day, I attended a seminar. And when I looked over at the table, there was Shakti Gawain. And I ran over, I bought another book, and she was signing autographs, and I got her autograph. And I'm sure that I still have that book somewhere here. So visualization, as I said before, is a wonderful tool. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people that have used or still use visualization. People like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Steph Curry, LeBron James. They visualize that ball going into the basket. And they visualize all of their plays that are on the floor. They visualize winning that game, and then they go out and they play basketball. And they win the game. You know, we can use visualization to see ourselves getting the job that we want, or visualizing the house of our dreams. It sounds good, right? No. It's a wonderful tool, and I used it for a very long time. And then I discovered visioning. And when we vision, we work from the inside out. Visioning is a spiritual practice that's all about self-discovery and transformation. And it's where we get to create a sacred space through becoming still, quieting our mind as we see, hear, and feel Spirit's plan for our life. And I guarantee you, I promise you, that Spirit has a much greater plan than you could have ever possibly imagined. So when we vision, all we need to do is bring our willingness to be open and receptive. There's no agenda. There's no preconceived ideas. We just vision. And we prepare ourselves for visioning by taking some deep breaths, by prayer, meditation, sitting in the silence. And then we ask a series of questions. Now, don't panic. I said a series of questions, but really it's about 4 or 5 questions. And we call this series of questions, we call it a sacred inquiry. And we ask, what is the highest vision for my life? What do I need to embrace? What do I need to become? What do I need to release? And is there anything else I need to know about this vision? Anything else that Spirit wants me to know? And then after each question, we listen. And we allow Spirit to speak to us. We allow insights and revelations to just flow. Sometimes it's a word, it's an image, it's a phrase, it's a feeling, or it's a sensation. Now, I just want to back up a little bit because I said to you just now, sometimes it's a word. And last week, Reverend Cheryl Bell said that when we vision, she usually just says, one word. Spirit gives her one word. And I'm here to tell you today that she did not lie. It's usually just one word. But there are times when Spirit speaks very clearly to Reverend Cheryl. And I want to share with you some of the responses that came up during one of our visioning sessions. And these are responses from Reverend Cheryl. Being of service, not only to my spiritual family, but to the surrounding community. For all to experience oneness and to know that they do not have to do anything to be loved. Success feels like joy and has the healing sounds of laughter. Here, everyone knows what a gift they are to the center and to the world and awakens to their God selves. More than just a word, right? And pretty profound. Sometimes when we ask the question, nothing comes up, and that's okay, because you've opened up a portal to divine guidance to flow through, and it will. We have a visioning core team here at the center, and that started back in 2016. And if times were different, I would ask them to all stand up. But instead, I'd like to tell you who they are. So the Visioning Core team for the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, those members are Reverend Cheryl Bell and Reverend Stacy Hilton, practitioners Kathy, Kitty, Ardelia, Aldo, Daisy, Franny, and our very own Yvonne, who is a member of our board and who has the heart of a practitioner. Now, our team commits to visioning for 6 months, and then we take a 2-month break. And then we come back and revision again. And the members of this visioning team are committed and dedicated. They show up to vision after a hard day at work, even when they're so tired. They show up to vision when it's hot from the Las Vegas sun out here. I don't have to tell you about that. They show up to vision when it's cold. They come up to vision at this center and now on Zoom, no matter what the circumstances of their day, because they're committed, they're dedicated, they love this center, and they know that visioning works. So we've accomplished a lot since we started visioning in 2016. And some of the themes is just a word that's used in visioning. That's like visioning jargon. A theme is words or phrases or images or guidance that's come up repeatedly during our visioning sessions. So some of the themes that have come up, I'm going to read some of them to you. And as I read them to you, I want you to see if any of these things resonate with you, okay? Community outreach, fundraisers, connecting with other organizations in the community, a place of all colors, a model of love, oneness, relationship in the community, classes, people sharing space, Zoom classes. We had no idea that when Zoom classes came up in one of our visioning sessions that we would be using Zoom to communicate and to connect during a pandemic. What else came up was practitioners taking a more active approach and being more visible on Sundays, taking a bigger role. And I want to tell you that our practitioners, they give power talks, they teach classes. Practitioner Aldo, he facilitates the Heart of Peace, and he's been doing that now since 2016. Our practitioners lead Ministry of Prayer Sunday services, and they are available in our prayer room every Sunday to listen and to pray with you, for you. They give practitioner sessions, and they're always available for prayer and to be in service. I know at one of our visioning sessions, there was a strong message that came up. And one of our team members said to be more visible in the community, to be fearless, and to boldly step out in faith. And another one of our Visioning Core members said, during our prayer, this is the message that keeps coming through to me. Each of us continue to feed the heart and soul of everyone, whether at the center or on Zoom or out in the public, being a beacon of love and light to everyone. That was the message that came through from Spirit. And surely we are that. So we've certainly seen this demonstrated through all of the work done by our center. The Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living is well known in the community through our work with Foster Kinship, our yearly Casa toy drives, our work with the Metro Las Vegas Police Department. Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl were given a service award from the Metro Las Vegas Police Department. And on that award, it said for their outstanding work in building and supporting our community. We're very active with Project 150. Project 150 provides the basic needs for homeless high school students. And we also sponsor a back-to-school drive each year. We've also partnered with Hearts Alive Village, which supports our furry friends, and Safi, our neighbors here. It's a wonderful foster care agency that does good work. The list is endless. So all of the wonderful changes that you've seen and participated in and enjoyed since 2016 at our center all started from visioning. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to imagine just for a moment how different your life could be if you use the spiritual practice of visioning for your life. You can open your eyes now. Have I piqued your interest? I hope so. What is the highest vision for your life? Just listen. Thank you.
Good works.
Wow. It only took us 5 years to get her to do that. Wow, 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 wow. We love you, Juanita. I know you're watching. Oh my goodness. Can't wait till we get back together again. What she didn't tell you, what she did not tell you is that she is also a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Visioning Core for all of CSL. She participates in that, and I'm sure she's an asset not only to us, but to our greater organization. And if you notice, Juanita McCoy and Monique McCoy, they have the same last name. I call them the McCoy sisters. However, they are mother and daughter. Yes. Wow. And another reason that we asked her to do a power talk today is because the Visioning Core for CSL actually, they do outlines sometimes. Sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't, but they were responsible. So she participated in creating this outline for today's talk. So yeah, that's how we really got her to do it. You know? And the title of today's talk is With Open Arms. So, wow, remember last week, I told you that our lives are transformed and expanded when we live in the questions she asked. And the question, what is Spirit's highest idea of itself as me? And I also told you that when you tell me or you come and talk to myself or Reverend Stacy, we see it for you. So the thing is, we know that it's bigger than that. Because if we can see it, it's way bigger. I promise you. So, again, we would love to hold the vision for you, for whatever it is you want to experience. And that's just my reminder. I have a quote by Michael Beckwith from Life Visioning, which we sold out. I don't have any more books, but it was page 156. It says, our willingness to change allows us to participate in our own growth and develop with greater ease, with trust in ourselves and confidence in the process. And I think when I say that, I can see him saying that, because in 1996, Reverend Stacy in LA introduced me to Agape, and they were still in Santa Monica at the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wow, all these people think like me. I didn't know what I didn't know what religious science was. I didn't know what science of mind was. But I happened to have a science of mind book on my bookshelf, which is very interesting to me. It was a revelation. And she says to me now, she told me then that the reason she invited me to go is because just the way I spoke, the things I would say, and she knew that I would love it there. So we've been friends. Well, that's when we first started to be friends, and that's a whole nother story, which I will not be telling here. Juanita spoke about the work that we do with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and it's an honor to work with them. I'm gonna tell you. And when we got that award, then Captain Sasha, she just would call us and said, come down, and we would do pretty much whatever she asked us to do. Because when we met her, and I begged her not to tell this story at that, but she did anyway. We met her and it's no secret that Stacy and I like wine. No, excuse me, love wine. And so Trader Joe's in Las Vegas does wine tastings. And so we were standing at the table, and Reverend Stacy at the time, I think it was her second year of doing her January conscious creation class that she created. And we were still doing vision boards then. She doesn't do vision boards anymore, she does visioning. And of course, attorneys and police officers, if you're standing they hear everything you say. If you didn't know. Because my friends that are attorneys, we got to be friends because they listen to everything we're saying. And Captain, actually she was Sergeant Sasha at the time. So she heard us talking about the class that was to be that weekend, probably that day or the next day, because it was Friday. And of course she gives us her card because she was listening to us, and she said, she created this new department called Recap, Rebuilding Every Community Around Peace. She thought we would be interested, and of course we were interested. And that was 6 years ago, I think, and we've had so many different events with them, and we do things with and for them. They ask us to volunteer. They ask us to show up for a press conference just to be on video. We do it. And we know that, and even we've been on Zoom calls, so as a presence, that loving presence for her, because she gets asked some hard questions. Just found out that when we met her, she was sergeant. Like a month later, she became lieutenant. And then she became captain. They built another station in Summerlin. Well, they didn't have one in Summerlin, and she was head of that. Found out last week she's now chief.
All right.
Yes, and we absolutely love her. And when we see a press conference and it looks like they're asking her those hard questions and she always has an answer, we take her a bottle of wine.
Oh.
We drop it off at the police station and she texts Stacy and tells her, I got it. So no one, I know, because sometimes the questions we're like, God, we don't know how we would even answer them because, people are, especially now, really, and they probably should be hard on the police. Why did you do that? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? And we're like, ooh, leave her alone. We're so protective of her. We're like, leave her alone. Let's go get her a bottle of wine. You know? And it's just an amazing partnership. We also had a health fair. That was another one of the projects we did with the Metropolitan Police Department. And they had a class for ministers to become prayer partners. And it's called the Dr. Cop Nevada. And I personally have 2 police officers that I pray for. One, you know, they get to choose how it happens. I get a name. I may get an email, but that's only if they want to be contacted. And they don't have to be contacted. I have one that allows me to send them an email. Do they get it? I have no idea. But I send an email. I do pray for them every day. We have meetings with the chaplain Mike Thor, who is the head of the Adopt a Cop program. And, you know, we talk about lots of things. We talk about prayer and you know, it's very traditional Christian, I will say, and a few evangelicals. But I still participate because I want them to know that I pray differently, I pray affirmatively, because we believe that the gift's already being given, we only have to accept it. So then he had a call where he called it unity or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it's prayer, he's happy. I'm happy with my 2 folks. And then we got to sign up, we as this Adopt a Cop section, we signed up to be, to pray for healthcare workers. And I received this one wearing my pin today, not to be on a soapbox, but just wearing my pin today because, of course, Juanita's talk reminded me of that. And I just love that I get to participate in this community because it's not only this community, but the larger community. Rebuilding every city around peace. Peace. If you go into my office, there is a sign. Peace is written in every language. Well, not every language, but most languages I can read. So, you know, I got a little thank you note for participating in my little pen. However, you know, we have these calls and somehow, even if, you know, no matter who or what you are, we believe that there's one path. There's many paths to that one thing. And we're all one, right? So I believe the gift has already been given and we're open to receive it, and again, with open arms is the name of my talk title today. You know, in an interview, and you know, Juanita talks about books. I got a feeling this is the Science of Mind. This quote is out of the Science of Mind magazine from 1996. I'm willing to bet she has that magazine. I'm willing to bet that she chose this quote. We pray affirmatively, not about how to accomplish the vision, but rather about the ways in which we need to grow. What qualities do we need to embody? And this was an interview with Reverend Michael Beckwood. I know you have that magazine, Juanita. It's okay. Love our partnership with all our community partners. It was a vision that we being Reverend Stacy and myself, had since we completed ministerial. And I love that it has come into fruition. If you go to the Northwest Police Department, which we have not seen it yet, but we were told our names are on the wall, painted on the wall. And we're like, wow. We didn't know, we thought we were coming there to watch someone else get an award. We had no idea. She kind of tricked us.
Did you get an orange jumpsuit?
I didn't get an orange jumpsuit, but we won't talk about, you know, one of us may have worn one. Ouch. I'm not gonna say who it may, I don't know. You know, envisioning, as Juanita said, we are trying not to happen. We are just asking, what must we embrace and become in consciousness in order to become that vision that is waiting to happen through you? It's waiting on you. I know you think you're waiting on it. It's waiting on you, people. Wow. The Science of Mind textbook. Dr. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind, and the author of the Science of Mind textbook on page 143. I don't know how I remember these page numbers. Well, unfortunately, because I only have one page to remember. Oh my gosh. Okay, now where is it? Oh, I love when I do that. We should take the highest thought we have and attempt to enlarge on this consciousness until it embraces a more vital concept of reality. Consciousness in this sense means an inner embodiment of ideas. This is before Life Vision was ever written, before Michael was ever born, or myself for that matter, or myself. I love this teaching. And when Juanita said classes, you know, I think that she was signaling me that she's ready. She's ready to either teach the accredited one created by Michael Beckwith or one of her own. And I might have told her a little bit. I told her that, oh, people are calling me about this class, but I did have 2 people call me. I told her 6 probably. But I mean, really, this is she is that. It's just a little, exaggeration, but 6 just came to mind, like vision, I get those one-word things, And the number 6, ask practitioner Lauren. She's not here today. However, she always asks me, how many people do you see in my class? It is always very close, if not exact. Because it's, one number, one word. I can do that. All right, I want you all to repeat after me. With open arms.
With open arms.
I embrace my transformation.
I embrace my transformation.
I will let you know about that class and is it scheduled.
Nice.
And so it is.
I think I was one of the 6.
If I wasn't, I'm number 7. I don't want to change your number that you had in that special class that I am going to start. Juanita, I am going to be in your class. It sounded like I was going to make the class. I'm going to start. No, I'm going to be in her class.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
So you're telling me
Yes.
that vision, I just have to accept it. It's already all there for me, right? My whole thing is already there. I just have to accept it.
Yes.
And go for it.
Yes.
Take the class now.
Wow. I'll tell you what, I have had visions and since I was just a child. David was one of the first, he really is one of the first visions that I had to manifest. And when I met him, I said, I'm going to marry the guy. I married the guy. I used to want to work at this studio, this beautiful recording studio in Rochester, New York. I'd go past it every day for a year, and I got a job there.
How
I
old were
worked
you?
there.
How old were you?
I was probably 28,
Okay.
29 something. I was a little older. And it just keeps happening, and I wanted to sing here, and I wanted to be something special for you. And I can't believe that
And
that has
you
happened.
are
I think
that.
that
Oh my
it
God.
is happening. I don't know, but thank you. I love you. Well, so we're just going to keep that vision. And when you were saying that you pray for these cops, boy, they are so lucky. how sweet it is to be loved by you.
Yes.
And that's the name of the song.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. I needed the shelter of someone's arms. There you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotions. I want to stop, woo, and thank you, baby. I want to stop, woo, and thank you, baby. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. You're like honey to the bee, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, well, I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everywhere I went was such a bore. Everywhere I went seems I've been there before. But you had enough for me all of my days, yeah. With a love so sweet in so many ways, I want to stop and thank you, baby. I just want to stop, yes, and thank you, baby. Oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Ooh, it's like sugar sometimes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. It's so sweet, I'm so lucky. Ooh, how sweet it is. Guys, thank you so much.
love
Patty,
you too.
how sweet it is to be loved by you.
Love that song choice. Love it, love it, love it.
Woo.
So now is our time for giving.
Can I tell them something?
Okay.
Juanita says, I don't have the Science of Mind magazine from 1996. I lost it. However, I do have the entire interview.
Of course she does.
Of course she does.
What Reverend Cheryl didn't tell you is probably she has it. Because if you've never seen Reverend Cheryl and her book collection, it is over the top. So between the two of them, I think every book, they have every
I
book.
don't have
of Science of Mind.
1996.
Okay, all right. So now is our time of giving and receiving. Because of this Rona thing that I heard a little bit about, we're not passing a basket around, but you can place your envelope or tithe or love offering, whatever you want to call it, into the basket out there by Clem. So if you would or actually not close your eyes, if you would just say with me, the words are up on the screen. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Woo. And it is from that place where I get to share my abundance with this community. Oh, that I feel so blessed. Because although sometimes I might forget, I love it when I am reminded by Reverend Cheryl, Juanita, and so many of those people sitting right here in this building. We do good work. And we're going to do even more good work. And it takes these things called dollars to do that. And so I give mine freely, knowing that they are shared with this space and with the greater community. And for that, I am forever grateful. And together, let's say,
And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Yeah. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Wow, I can't believe everybody remembered to move their clocks forward. We got a big group of people here today. This is fabulous. I love it. I love it.
Our
This
clocks move
Wednesday-
themselves too.
What's
A
that?
lot of them move themselves, that's right.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
goodness.
all right. They get moved by themselves
Yes,
automatically, okay. All right, well, Reverends are gonna have their coffee with the Revs this Wednesday morning at 10:30 on Zoom. So be getting on and zooming away with everybody. And our Healing Words Book Club is reading The Choice by Edith Egger. And they'll be meeting via Zoom the last Wednesday of the month, which happens to be the last day of this month, on the 31st. And if you would like prayer today, our wonderful Daisy Spikes, that we were so happy to see last week, will be on Zoom right now, as soon as we get done here. Or you can call her at 702-273-9664 for that 1 minute miracle. And if it lasts more than a minute, that's fine too. And there is no charge for that service, obviously. And for prayer support throughout the week, if anybody needs prayer, please give us a call or just send your request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or text 702-524-7096. The virtual grief workshop that will be held this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. is commonly associated with losing a loved one, but really this class will address all the root causes of any grief or transition that we might be going through as we, go through this time particularly. So it's any kind of loss. So please join with Annette at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and it's just $49 for this grief workshop. And just go to the website to sign up for that, or let the office know.
Kitty,
Yes.
there's a free gift for the first 15 signups.
Oh, there's a free gift for the first 15 signups. Wow. So sign up, and you'll find out what your gift is. Okay. For Easter, we're going to have our Easter lilies, and this year we'll be having a few lilies. We won't have probably as many, but if you would like to dedicate either a lily in your name or for a loved one or a friend, just let the office know, and you can. There's not a charge for this, but if you'd like to do a love offering for that, that would be wonderful for Easter. And then, of course, if you're here, you can take those lilies with you, which is what I plan to do. So, and remember, Amazon Smile. Whenever you're going to order anything on Amazon, go to Smile first. Patty Powers gave us the tip.
It makes such a difference.
It makes a difference,
Yes.
and we do get a little percentage for that. And also, the bookstore is open today, so, and I think we have CDs of today, don't we? No CDs of today, but we've got other things in there. We've got books and everything else that you might want. So, have a fabulous week, everybody.
Thanks, Kitty. You too.
Oh, thank you, Kitty. We are also having our annual meeting that's been pushed from its usual time in February to April. We just want to make sure that we have a quorum. If you're interested, we have a position coming up on the board. Please just contact myself or Reverend Stacy. Thank you for that. And I would certainly like to ask our practitioners, our ministerial prayer team, to please come to the front of the room. And any visiting practitioners or ministers, please, if you don't mind, it's not required, but please come up. Oh, awesome, thank you.
Wow.
And I asked them to come up because I want you to see who they are. These are the folks that hold up the center and are certainly willing to hold your vision with and for you. Awesome. You do good work in the world, people.
Yes.
Awesome. This represents just a part of our 24-member mob team. All right. Let's just take a deep breath. And just give thanks for today. I give thanks for the vision of this day. I give thanks for the prayer, the meditation, for Juanita and the McCoy sisters. I give thanks for Reverend Stacy. I give thanks for the ministerial prayer team that certainly hold me up during this time and always. I give thanks for each and every person that came here today to feel the love in person. I give thanks for those that are at home on their nice cozy couches or in bed even, and that tuned in just to see and feel what goes on here, because it's certainly love. I give thanks for Patty and Dave, for Patty's heart, for Patty's love. You are all my reflection, and I am so grateful. I give thanks for all our community partners, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, as we know they do good work, no matter what folks may think. I know they do good work. And I support rebuilding a community around that beautiful peace that Aldo is so grateful for Aldo's peace meditation. It's a grand day in the mind of God and in the reality of now. I simply say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And together let's say, and so it is. And if you would repeat after me, something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Have a great week, everyone.
I love you guys. I love you more. You ready?
I got this feeling inside my bones. Goes electric baby when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. Flying high, no ceiling when walking out zone. Got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, that hot blood in my body when it drops. Can't think about after falling, it's so phenomenally. My life is rocking, so stop under.
Are those moves allowable? I say yes! I can't stop them. Come on, girl. I can't stop. 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 Nothing I can see but you. When you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you. When you dance, dance, dance. All those things you shouldn't do. When you dance, 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 dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon to be dancing. Yes! Got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. I can't get that low. I can't stop. I can't stop the feeling. You go, girl. Woo! Got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Come on. Woo! We had a good time. We'll see you next week. I love you.
We have come into a time where change is inevitable. And as the world we live in changes around us, there is a place that nurtures you with compassion, love, and brings out your inner strength. At the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living, we work to create a world that works for everyone. By sharing both personal and spiritual tools, we can help you navigate through and create a life you love. If mindfulness, prosperity, abundance, and peace are on your list of what you're looking for, come join us and be part of something wonderful. Wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are always welcome here. Join us in person or as live stream on Facebook each Sunday. For more information, visit us at www.lasvegascsl.org.